We will be using a ranking system. For F125, there are 8 key features that truly define the game. Let's break them down one by one. The handling took a noticeable step forward this year. With the revamped handling model introduced in the previous year's game, it had taken a step backward. But this year, it's actually a step in the right direction. You need to be more precise and controlled in your input. So, comparing it with the previous game, handling and drivability receive a positive rating. My team has been completely overhauled this year. There is a lot of customization, in-depth features, and gameplay. There are a lot of managerial roles in this update, from engineering to hospitality to racing itself. Comparing my team with the previous year, it is definitely a positive update. Before we continue, if you enjoyed the video so far, kindly leave a like on the video and consider subscribing for more such videos. The story mode continues from last year, where we follow Connor Motorsport as they become world champions. But apart from the story itself, there's nothing much here. It feels repetitive to the previous year as you do the same on-track activities and challenges as last year. Due to this, Breaking Point receives a mid-rating. Racing against AI has provided a better experience than the previous year. They stick with you around the corner and the race starts is much better. Mind you though, there is a lot of room for improvement, but compared to the previous year, it's a step in the right direction and it receives a positive rating. The updates regarding the track are a bit of a mixed bag. You get 3 reverse tracks to race with and 5 tracks receive LiDAR scans. Both are good ideas but are limited to only a few tracks. So, for a good idea but a poor execution, it receives a mid rating. By far, the greatest strengths of the F1 games by EA and Codemasters are their visuals and graphics. F125 continues with this as it is one of the best looking games on the market. Everything on track, like the asphalt or the curbs, to off-track features like the weather and the spray during wet races look amazing. As visuals and graphics are the best in the market, it easily receives a positive rating. Car customization has received a moderate update. You do get more visual options than last year, like sponsor logo and driver number, but you can't get creative, as the base liveries can't be edited. Compared to the previous year, there are more options for car customization, but it's still minimal, so for this, it receives a mid rating. Online lobbies are still the same in F125. It is still super crazy and fun to play. It has the potential to offer one of the best races you've ever played or the worst race you will ever play. But no major update has been given, so it receives a mid rating. And there you have it, the final ranking. Hopefully, this gives you a clear picture of how each feature stacks up and how it compares to previous titles. Remember, this is all based on my analysis and experience. But I'd love to hear your thoughts too, so drop your rankings in the comments. So what should be the final score? I will rate it a solid 8 out of 10. It loses points mostly because of the lack of innovation, not because there's something seriously wrong with the game itself. So, the big question is, should you buy it? If you already have F124 or even F123, I think you can easily skip this game and wait for next year's game with brand new regulations coming in 2026. On the other hand, if you are a new player, you might consider buying this game at its full price, as it's 15% cheaper than the previous games. That's my take on F125. I won't spend a lot of time on the outro because I know nobody will be watching this, so goodbye.